This video is going to be a T800 Terminator 2 build in D2. Yeah, you heard that right. My voice is going to be more quiet in this because my voice is quite sore, so I'm going to whisper to you so that your missus can't hear in the kitchen, right? And this is going to be a solo GM with a machine build that's slow moving but never gives up. No compromise. I'm a machine. I'm a monster. Slowly ever creeping towards each goblin, each champ, with no remorse, right? Ever continuing to hunt all these minions of the darkness down. The surges are Arc Surge, Strand Surge, Solar Threat. Champions are all of them. It's 1 and nothing. So what is it I'm going on about? This is the weapon I'm going on about. Heir Apparent. Okay, so it's got corkscrew rifle and a pending mag, armor of the Colossus. While at full health, spinning up this weapon protects you with an arc shield. Combat grip. The catalyst increases the arc shield's durability and partially reloads the magazine if it is destroyed. Since Overshield's got buffed this season, Heir Apparent got a indirect buff. The overshield on this LMG is actually quite potent. So, I'm going to show you the run. Here's the artifact system, the mods. Not going into it all, but those are the configurations. Important things are Overload LMG, Volatile Marksman, Dielectric, Hold the Line Works, Maligned Harvest, Flashover. Go from lead is very good for Heir Apparent, or any machine gun that struggles with ammo. Go from lead's good in that sense. Defib Blast and Limit Break is needed since I'm not using Curse of Fallen Star. Because we haven't got Curse of Fallen Star, Limit Break is very important to this run, therefore it has to go on. The exotic chestplate is Axiom War Rig, which is a fantastic chestplate in the game, and I'm getting benefits from 2 weapons in this. Rossarago, one of the best void primaries in the game, and Heir Apparent. That's not a best weapon in the game, but obviously that's the theme of the video, and you'll see what it does in the run itself. We've got a barrier round sniper, pretty standard stuff. The build is Thunder Crash, Rally Barricade, Seismic Strike, Pulse Grenade, Storm's Keep, Touch of Thunder. Fragments are Spark of Shock, Resistance, Discharge, Frequency. Pairing that with Action War Rig, as I said. Here's the armor mods on screen. I'm not going to go too in depth because my voice is sore, but there'll be a dim link, you know. But this is more of an entertainment run with Heir Apparent, and you'll see the utility of it. Like I say, it's surprising the damage it does, but like I say, you'll see how it performs in the run itself. You just don't get it, do you? It can't be bargained with, it can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop ever until you are dead. The future is not set. There is no fate but what we make for ourselves. Guardians make their own fate. I'm literally a ever-moving, slow-moving machine that will never stop. Immovable force, overshield, impenetrable. Overloads, don't care for them. Just continually searching for these minions of the darkness to continually hunt them in an infinite time loop paradox. Hypernova Banes, don't care about them. Goblins with double solar buff surge for them, don't care about them. All I care is the hunt. Just imagine though, imagine if the full video was this opaque camera, whatever you call it, right? Let's restore things back to normal because we went a bit locked in there for a minute, a bit dialed in too far, right? You'll have never seen that ever from anyone ever in the D2 community. Never ever. Just because there isn't a second one of me. Until they can figure out how to clone me, then this is the only channel you're going to get this content from in this exact format. So again, the idea of the build is, it's quite crazy, but you'll see the utility of the LMG and what it can do. I mean, it's not a perfect heavy, it isn't. And it does need some buffs for sure. But what I'm going to do here is get a barricade down to get the unstop, a favourable position. I haven't got unstop on, so I use my seismic strike to get the stun, clean up with the barrier sniper, and then we move on. The LMG isn't on so much for barrier champs and unstops, it's on more for overloads and to showcase its overshield powers against a array amount of enemies. And what I can tank, this is a very, very tank build, right? Because that's the theme of the video, isn't it? So we're going to take care of those adds there. We're going to get a barricade down here. Again, I'm going to take this barrier with Kinetic Tremor Sniper because it does incredible damage, has good synergy with ball charges. We're just going to clean him up quickly. I've got a super, which is exactly... in actual fact, I'm going to save it, I think, for the double barriers coming up. But for this section, I'm actually going to save super if I can, which I can easily do that by just going to the back of the map here. And I can pitch up a good barricade here and whatnot. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Good pulse nade there on the champ. Stun with the barrier, then whip out the auto rifle. Auto rifle does incredible damage, like I've said about Rossarago for how many weeks has it been about Rossarago? 4 to 6 weeks. I'm assuming 99% of you have a role for this. Please tell me that you do. And if you don't, why? Don't tell me Reckless Oracle users are on your case about it again, are they? Don't worry about the Reckless Oracle users, right? Reckless Oracle's a fantastic weapon. Riposte, a fantastic weapon. What's buffing these weapons is Volatile Marksman. Without a doubt. Because they've got fast fire rates. Rossarago is a 600 RPM. Reckless Oracle and Riposte is a 720. And they're both, basically, you can do with any of those weapons, you'll do just fine. This season, when Volatile Marksman goes, then things are different. But you'll have some new things by then. The meta will have shifted. By the time a Edge of Fate comes out, the meta will have shifted that much that you'll forget about this era. Well, maybe not Ball Charge Titan, but you'll forget about Void Primaries, I think. Because, well, hopefully, we'll see what the meta's like in Edge of Fate, of course. I'm going to deal with the Hydra first, which I can deal with him because I've got a barrier sniper on, right? So I can quickly deal with him with some ball charge synergy, some auto rifle. I can get barrier rounds with the auto, remember. See, Volatile Marksman gives you volatile rounds, which is barrier, but it's also void detonations as well. Look at the chunk. Most weapons can't do that. Look at what that was doing for me. I've got a amplified buff, left hand side, T-crash the champ that's difficult, then I'm going to pitch up and fight from here. I'm going to do that because it's a good position to actually fight from. Look, we get overshield. Let's see what we could tank. Barrier champ to my left. A Drain Bane. Who cares about him, dude? Drain Bane or not, I'm all for the thrill of the hunt. And we'll hunt the Drain Bane down until he's dead. He ain't draining me. I'm draining him. Barrier champ. I think I'm tanking his shots, but I'm strafing him as well. Look at what I'm tanking on this build. It's because of the overshield buff that has indirectly buffed Heir Apparent. If Heir Apparent wanted to be a serious weapon in the game, which I would love to see it be a serious weapon, what they would need to do, Bungie would need to buff its damage, probably by at least 50%. Now, I've been a foreshadower of getting exotics buffed in the past. Colony loyalists will remember last year. My streams on Colony. My live premieres. Yeah? And some other predictions that I've made. Whisper of the Worm was another. Whisper of the Worm was rubbish in the game. A few years ago, I'd done a solo GM with it. Notably, 12 to 18 months later, they eventually buffed Whisper and it was good. I'm just saying that. It would be nice for Heir Apparent to get a buff at some point. To make it so that the masses are going to use it. Because it's got insane, incredible amount of tank. And there's ways and means to build into that nowadays with the resilience. This weapon has potential. It just needs more damage. Arc Bolt Charge Titan is buffing its damage quite a bit. But, as I say, it's a hell of a fun run and I solo one cycle the boss. So, I think that's worth something. So, if you want to see anything in this run, Watch the boss fight at the end. It's really good how that turns out. Okay, so I'm going to get a barricade down here, deal with all the snipers. I want to farm super here. I've got ionic traces, touch of thunder. Pulse grenades generates an insane amount of ionic traces on Arc Titan. So that's what I'm going with. I don't need flashbang because I'm relying on seismic strike for my stuns. Flashbang grenade is very good and you've saw me use it all season. But on an ionic trace basis, pulse grenade is far stronger than flashbang on that basis. So if you've got champions dealt with on the unstoppable side of things, you're okay to get off flashbang and use pulse again because of what it does. So I want to add damage to the kit, and we do that by using pulse. Flashbang's a utility nade. I don't need utility because I've got all the utility in the world anyways. Look at this unstunned damage against this champion. He's not stunned. Look at that. I didn't stun him because I haven't got my melee. Now I've got it, so now I'll stun him. There we go. Get rid of him. T-Crash needs to go on for Warden. T-Crash needs to go on to allow for a solo 1 cycle in the boss. This is why I use that, right? Whereas you usually see me use, Feast of Havoc, but not for Warden. T-Crash is too powerful in Warden. Look at what I'm doing here. I'm tanking the entire room. The snipers. It's solar threat on. I'm tanking so much. I'm wanting to generate super energy and I'm looking for... just looking to clear the ads. I'm on a hunt. I don't want to skip them. I'm going to clear out these shock veins. I'm going to hunt the drains, the shocks. That's the last of them. What I will say is this LMG is 10 out of 10 for Banes. If there was any weapon in the game, apart from glaives, let's forget glaives, because glaives are very good on Banes as well. If there was any weapon at all that's good on Banes, it's Heir Apparent. It bypasses all Bane mechanics in the game. You can fight all Banes and not have any trouble with them as long as you've got the overshield. You get the overshield, you are very tanky, you're slow moving. Absolutely, of course you are. But damn can you tank. I want amplified buff to double T-Crash the champs, the barrier champs. So watch how this plays out. I have a strat every time it's different depending on the class. Pulse Grenade, T-Crash takes them both out because of Limit Break and because of Arc Surge. I don't need Curious. Don't need Curious on because look at what it just did. We stun the Unstop with Seismic Strike. I clean up with the Supremacy. Massive damage there. I've got full heavy, so I'm going to use it quite a bit actually on this run, you'll see. I'll take the Colossus last. There's a Hypernova in mid. I'll get rid of him. Oh, there's an Overload here. So we stun the Overload with the LMG, look. Look at that insane ball charge synergy there. What was that? That was weird. Now I'll deal with the barrier, which I haven't got my barrier rounds on my void weapon, but that's alright. Look at the amount of orbs I farm as well with this auto. It's insane. With attrition orbs. Okay, so for the cap points, I'm going to spawn kill like I generally do, the barrier and unstop at the doors. It's the better way of doing it. You could just cap A, but you don't need to do that because you've got plenty of time. This isn't a speedrun, so just go and spawn kill the barrier first, then the unstop. This is how I do it. I'll get a barricade down here and I'm just going to do as much damage as I can to the barrier with my sniper. Do massive damage with the ball charges. I'll clean up with the auto rifle. Look at the damage it's doing. And I'm making orbs as well, so I've got a super if I want to use it. But I'm going to Seismic Strike, Pulse Grenade. Then clean up with the LMG in this case actually. See, that's the thing, the charge up, wind up time on the LMG is too slow. So that's why it's never been a champ killer, because it's a wind up time. It's like Sweet Business, but worse. Sweet Business is actually quicker than this weapon for the wind up. Yeah, because it doesn't just fire straight away. You've got to charge it. Look at this, what we're doing here. Yeah, I'm going to push to C. May as well. A's still got time. I've got plenty of time. So look, I'm just going to tank the VIP and all the goblins. Still got full overshield. Dead easy, look. I'm an ever evolving machine. then you can cap A, see? So you can clear out C, so that C is clear for you when you cap it. Look how easy that is. The timer for B and C does not start until you've dealt with A. So you've got 60 seconds, technically. Use the time. For lesser skilled players, use the time. I get pushed here really hard. I don't know why, but I do. That's fine, I'll just get rid of him. Don't know why he pushed so hard there on me. Ammo check. I've got plenty of sniper, low on heavy though. For this run to actually work, I need 200 ammo for the boss fight. 185's looking dicey, but there's a brick on C, so I should be good. Now I'm 299, that's pretty good. So now I've got more than enough ammo to confirm the run. You know, that's such good piece of information right there. No matter what loadout or weapons you're using, if you know in advance what is the demands for ammo from you for the rest of the run, for any GM at all, ever, even dungeons, raids, anything. If you know already in advance what ammo you need and you have above that limit, it gives you peace of mind on the run so that you've got the ammo to complete your run and there's no bad RNG to affect your run. I'll do a pulse nade first. I'm going to wait. I need amplified. Do I get amplified? Not quite. See, when you've got bulk charge times 10, you can't get amplified again if there's no ads. So I had to wait there a little bit before I could get that, and then just took advantage of pulse nade damage, then T crashed at the very end. Because remember, I haven't got Curious on. You've got to strategize. I've just got limit break on with War Rig. So these are where these little nuances come into play, like, oh, well, how do I do it when I haven't got Curious on? Oh, well, I do it like this, I do it like that. You know, it's not one size fits all. Don't be one of those players that just says, I'm just going to copy everybody else. You won't learn a damn thing. And what will happen to you is you will pay the price for not learning now, because when the new expansion comes out, you're going to be behind because you're stuck in episode Heresy when you should be in Edge of Fate. And that's because you weren't a good scholar of the game, and you should be. I'm telling people, be your own scholars. Learn your stuff. Do your research on multiple YouTubers, not just one. Learn from players you like, but those that give you the information. Don't just rely on meta, because that meta changes. It's been changing for the last 10 years. It'll change for the next 5. Better believe it. That's what this game is. If you know the entire sandbox, you will foolproof yourself for every single meta going forward. Granted, you'll need to farm the roles, but at least you've got the knowledge of all the perks. I'm farming this guy for attrition orbs. I may as well, because I need a super anyways. I need a super, definite for the boss, because I'm going to solo one cycle him, with Heir Apparent, which is insane. You've never seen this ever from anyone, ever. I can guarantee it. If you have, let me know who did it. I already know, I've done my research. No one's done this. Not like this. Maybe in the past, maybe. Right? But it's very rare. Very rare that you would see it. Again, I'm just going to farm him up. I'm close to my super. I'm making tons of orbs. Look, this all rifle's an orb machine. Rossarago. Attrition orbs. Really good. So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing that. I could probably snipe him down. I am going to use sniper if I need to. I don't think I end up using sniper. So my idea for this room is to out-tank all of the solar with the overshield from Heir Apparent. You're going to see the tank. Watch this. Barricade goes down. Pulse grenade goes in for jolt. Overshield, check. It's on. Hold down right trigger and win. Look at this damage. Look at the bar chunking. We're chunking. Boss TP's behind me. 180. Keep doing damage until the last minute. I'll T-crash at the last minute. And that was a solo game with Heir Apparent. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.